I've just turned 20. I did 52K last month with my business, and I'm going to tell you how to be successful with making money online. Just finished lunch. I'm leaving the house now, and I'm just going to walk down the beach. I'm going to take you with me and basically explain my story and what it took for me to realize that I needed to change, and then I was able to take the steps to be able to become the man I am today, living out here in Brazil. I'm pretty much just walking onto the beach in my pajamas, and there's security guards staring at me like right now, like I'm crazy. But you basically have it or you don't have it, right? So you probably know now watching this, and the fact that you've clicked on this video probably means you do have it. You have something inside you where you want to do more. You know you can make money. You know you're not built for the 9 to 5, a boring life that is portrayed and set out to be successful, where you go to school, you study, you pay to go to uni and do all these degrees to be able to then even struggle to get a job. So you know whether you've got it or not. And then it's really being honest with yourself and having that conversation to actually realize whether you're doing enough to make it to where you want to be or not. And you'll see, like, if you're from the UK, you understand everyone all the time says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, give it till then, and I'll be making X amount, I'll be in this country, I'll be here, there, everywhere. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. People always say they're going to do everything all the time. But then think, where are they? What are they doing? Have they actually gone and made it? And you may have that one guy from your school that went and actually did go and do something, and you're just looking at him like, how has he done this? But then 99% of people that are saying they're going to do this, that, and everything else are not in the position that they said they're going to be in. But what it really takes is for you to have that honest conversation with yourself and actually look at, were you one of those people that was saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be this, I'm going to put myself in X position in whatever amount of time, and now you're still not in that position, you still haven't become the person that you know you can become? Because think, what did you tell yourself you'd be doing this year? What goals did you set yourself? What position did you actually plan to be in? Because if you're not in that position, then obviously something's gone wrong. And you're just the same as all these people that told themselves they're going to do something and not do it. And the problem with this is, well, number one, you're not in the position you want to be in. But number two, if you're blind to that fact and you haven't admitted that responsibility, then the chances are you're probably still not doing anything about it. So nothing's changing because you're comfortable and you haven't accepted that nothing's changed. As you can see, we're at the beach now, private beach, no one on it. And so going back to why that is a problem is because you're telling yourself you're going to do these things, you're not doing them, and that is then creating a lack of trust and belief in yourself. See, the way confidence is actually created is you tell yourself you're going to do things, tasks, or complete these goals, and then when you go and complete these goals, you complete these tasks, you then get that, you know within yourself that you can go and do the things that you tell yourself you're going to do. So it then builds up, right? And you're able to go on and do even more things, do more goals, achieve everything that you wanted to achieve. So now that you're lying to yourself, you haven't admitted it, you're not doing the things, you're not becoming the person you want to be, it's just going to hold you back even further. So it's when you can have that real honest conversation within yourself and look, okay, am I in the position I wanted to be in? No. Okay, so why is it, if you let go of all the external factors that you can't control, like environment and time, money, because firstly, let me ask you this question to ask yourself. Would you agree or disagree that there are thousands, millions of people out there who have been in a worse situation, worse financial position, have less resources, less knowledge than yourself, but has still managed to be successful? Yeah? Or you can say no, but if you feel like, yeah, there are people, right, that have had a worse position than you, that has had less knowledge, less access, less resources, and they've still managed to be successful and put themselves in one of these positions that you want to be in, why is that they've been able to do it and you haven't? What is different about them or the way they've approached achieving their goals that you've not been able to do? What is that thing? So to figure out what is different from you to them, what's really held you back, if nothing physically is stopping you, you have to look at the internal limitations that you set upon yourself. So if you have that honest conversation, you look internally within and you think, well, what is actually holding me back, that's stopping me from taking these steps that I know I need to take to become the person I know I want to and can be? that I'm just not prepared to do yet. And it's only then when you do that that you can understand how long it is that you've been holding yourself back with this one thing or multiple things. And then you can understand why it really is, what that deep reason is. And most of the time, like if it's because you're procrastinating, you're delaying, it's because you're not ready to take it on yet. It's because you don't feel like that if you go and actually do the work and you don't stop stalling, that maybe it won't work, right? And if you wait for that, the physical evidence of the work you're putting in is going to give you the result you're looking for. If you wait to see that physical evidence before you do the work, you can see how that's a never-ending loop, right? Of you wanting to be in a position that you have to work for, but you're not putting in the work because you haven't seen that position and prove to yourself that it's possible. So what do? Firstly, that belief that you can't do it, that it's going to fail, that you're not going to make it, is it a real belief? Is it a real thing, or have you just told yourself that? Because if you even look at the whole concept of thoughts and beliefs, well, thoughts and beliefs are just things that you've basically chosen to accept to yourself throughout your life. Okay, so that's why some people don't like the taste of certain foods, or don't like certain countries compared to others, or think bad things are going to happen to them, so they're really high stress and anxiety, like it's literally just what you've chosen to accept. So the good thing about that is you can reshape your beliefs and you can choose now going forward what it is you want to accept. So those beliefs that don't serve you, you can let go of them beliefs. You can turn against them, let them go, let them stop holding you back, to now start believing what can move you forward, can take you to where you want to be. And it's when you can do that, then you're gonna be able to see the results of what you've wanted to achieve, because you're no longer holding yourself back, right? So what you need to understand is these internal limiting beliefs, these limitations that you've set on yourself, are completely normal. Everyone has them. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what level you're actually operating at, and they're always going to be there. So it's not like completely removing any fear or doubt or want to delay or want to be comfortable. It's knowing what you have to do to overcome that, to start acting like it's not there. And then when you get to that next level, where you have the next challenge, it's identifying again, what is that next thing that's holding you back? What is that next honest conversation that you need to have with yourself to be able to move on and progress from the position that you're holding yourself in and settling for? And it's only then that you're going to see the change. Because if you feel like, right, well, not even feel like, but I'll share this perspective where everything that you've done in your life is down to your thoughts and beliefs of right now. So let's say if I believed right now that running, jumping into that sea, I'd make £1 million. Well, you'd see me in that sea right now. So I'd then become the guy that ran into the sea to make £1 million. It's as simple as that. Your thoughts and your beliefs shapes the actions you take, which then creates who you are. So it's then everything that you've done in your life has then created who you are today. So every thought, every belief you've had creates the person you are now. Very similar to the topic we were talking to before. So then, if everything you've been doing up to this point is now why you're in the position you're in, but you're not happy with this position, you can do more, you can be in a better position, the one you've always dreamed about, the one you told yourself you'd be in this year. In what way does it make sense to tell yourself and keep hoping on and living on that prayer that you're going to get to that position, that things are going to be different, even though nothing's changed, and you're still doing the same things, going to the same places, hanging out with the same people, and expecting things to be different? Like, why would they be different if you're doing the same thing and expecting a different result? Is that not like the definition of, I think it's like the definition of insanity, correct me if I'm wrong, but it makes sense, right? Or maybe not. And I think one of the best ways to make change, to get out of your comfort zone, is to, number one, get uncomfortable, right? Which is obviously goes without saying, but how do you get uncomfortable? Well, you do something scary that you've never done before. But you could do something like jump out of a plane, right? obviously that's not going to contribute to you making the money online, to becoming that man that you know you can become. So do something scary, uncomfortable, that is part of the steps to getting you to where you want to be. So if it's investing in all the new camera equipment to become a videographer, do that. If it's investing in XYZ coaching to get the support and guidance that you need to do the thing that you want to go, the path you want to go down, then do that. Like I've invested in the last year, like probably nearly like 30k in myself to get to where I am today. So another thing you can do, change your environment. If you're watching this and you're around my age, well, I'm 20. So if you've been living in your hometown for about 20 years, that is going to feel very, very normal, very comfortable for you. And it's what you're most used to, right? So the one way you can change, make a big change, is to change your environment. That way as well, you're going to have to learn more independence. You're going to have to provide for yourself, live for yourself, learn a lot of things about life. You're going to see different cultures. You're going to understand not only more about these cultures, but more about yourself, how you actually adapt to different situations when those things that have been around you and influencing you your whole life aren't influencing you. And now you're left to make your own decisions and be whatever version of you want to be. It's like, imagine you can go to this city where no one knows you, and whatever belief, whatever person you want to be in your head, you can just become it, because no one else has pre-assumptions of you. You can, like, say you want to be a professional fighter or some like jacked guy with a six-pack who makes 10k a month and has loads of hot girls around him. What is stopping you from going and do that in a fresh city and just becoming this new identity, this version of yourself you want to become, without having your environment limiting you? It's just one thing that you can easily change, right? So it's about making all these changes, these new commitments to yourself, putting yourself in a position that's going to get you to where you need to be. But it all starts with the honesty. It all starts with recognizing, number one, that you want more. Number two, that you're not in the position you want to be in. Number three, that you've told yourself you was going to be in this position, but you're still doing nothing to get there. And then number four, right, is looking at, well, why is it that you're not in that position? And that comes down from the way you figure that out is then looking at what is it that the other people have done that are in the position you want to be in, different to you, to get there. Okay, and then it's looking at, okay, well, why have you not also done that one thing? What is stopping you from also doing that thing? And if it's a fact of simply just doing it, it's like, well, a lot of people wait around to know that they can do it, to know that it's going to be successful, to know that it's going to be what they want it to be, and let that stop them from allowing them to do it, which is going to put you in that cycle of, right, that we talked about earlier, of waiting for that solid, hard evidence that's going to stop you from even making that start. So the one thing you have to do, the one piece of advice I'll leave you with, is do the thing you want to do and just back yourself. Know that you can make it happen. Know that no one's going to make it happen for you, and make that start. Take the leap, because you're not going to know whether you're going to be able to land unless you just take that jump. There's no way of standing on a rock and knowing whether or what that jump is going to feel like into an ocean by just looking at the ocean. You have to be the one to physically take that step, take that leap, if you want to be in that position, if you want to make that change. So yeah, if you want to see more about how I can actually help you get in this position, feel free to look up my Instagram if you prefer to watch it in short form. But if you like these long form style videos, look at the other videos on my YouTube channel and I'll show you exactly what I do.